Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and this is your bodybuilding news for the day, beginning of course with Goodvito Kamal. This guy is a true stud, but we're also going to take a look at least a couple men's classic physique division competitors going to the Olympia, as well as some men's open, but we're going to take probably a closer look at 212. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. But man, fasten your seatbelts. The IFBB is going to be invaded. They're already being invaded. I mean, you got Michael Krizo, you got Andrew Jacked, all these newcomers. And this guy here, Vitaly Ugolnikov, he is going to add a special ingredients to the rosters. To the roster. Could end up being a rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo, buck. This was a little bit interesting. Now, I translated this from Russian. I do believe it was Russian. He made this post. The form is getting better each week. Not the best reader. The competition is close. They will be held November 3rd to November 5th for Brazil. So that's where I assumed he was going for his pro card. Now, listen to this. These will be regional passing competitions. They are required to participate in the main tournament, which will be held November 23rd. So, to my understanding now, he won't be getting his pro card until November 23rd. So, yeah. And I apologize, guys. Hey, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Sometimes it can be hard with translations also. So, anyway, I don't think that Vitaly Ugolnikov is going to have any trouble whatsoever earning his pro card, or earning a win on any bodybuilding stage. And that includes the Olympia. Someday. Take it easy with your thumbs downs. I didn't say this year. But soon. All right, this is the 212 division former champion, Kamal El Gargni. And I've kind of been dismissing him this year for the 212 division, and I shouldn't be. On paper, he's your winner. And that is assuming that Sean Clarita and Derek Lunsford, and I assume from what I heard, and I don't like to make too many updates on that when that's concerned, because guys flip-flop, they switch, they can change their mind, things of that nature, and when somebody's qualified for both, you know. But this is assuming no Clarita, no Lunsford. I mean, it should be a win for Kamal El Gargni. But there is a lot of factors. Age being the main one. I mean, it happened to Dexter the Blade Jackson. It is going to happen to Kamal El Gargni. But will it happen this year? I don't know. He looks pretty beefy. He looks pretty darn good. And I've been talking about, Keon Pearson, Kareth Baggio. Now, here's a guy that I have not mentioned. Bryan Balzano. And he just posted this picture here. He looks like he is 280-pound blockbuster solid muscle. Wow. He won the Indy Pro. Look at the size difference. If he can hold on to that size and maintain his midsection. Looks like a different guy altogether. If he can maintain that midsection, which can be troublesome for these big, massive 212 athletes that really push the size. But yeah, I like his chances here. Looks pretty good. 9 weeks out, I say start cutting it up. Obviously he is. He knows what to do, guys. But yeah, 212 division on fire this year. And there's definitely a few other names that I've been overlooking in these updates. And this is one of them. Bo Lewis, Dectric Lewis. He's the guy with the great big ego? No, he doesn't have a great big ego at all. In fact, if I had some of his physical attributes, I would have the biggest ego of all time. Maybe the most genetically gifted specimen of all time, bodybuilding or any sport. And all jokes aside, and that's not really a joke. He's my hero, is Dectric Lewis. He's my hero. And he should be yours too, if you're a dude. But anyway, yeah, all jokes aside, he is a fantastic bodybuilder. He took the Chicago. I get the Tampa and the Chicago mixed up. I think the symbols in the background were the same. It was the Chicago for sure. You can see. But he brought an awesome package there. Took the win, no doubt. So, yeah, it's looking good for him. So, yeah, I've been talking about your Keon Pearsons, your Kareth Bajos. Well, I gotta like the looks, or I gotta like the odds for one Dectric Bo Lewis come Olympia time. And now just a quick look at the men's classic physique division, namely Neil Currey here. He was the dude that did not compete. He elected not to compete at the Arnold UK, was it? Or Yamamoto France? Maybe both. He already qualified. He won the New York Pro, so why compete? Why drain yourself? I think that it was a smooth move, X-Lax. You guys ever hear that saying? Maybe not. Maybe not the best joke to be using either. But yeah, Neil Currey, things are looking good. It was the right move. Put a little bit more muscle on. That way you can dial it down, get more detailed. And this is a guy that could get into that pack. Because let's face it, guys, for some of the classic physique division competitors, namely this guy, Breon Ansley. I mean, it happened to Dexter the Blade Jackson. It's going to happen to Kamal El Gargni eventually. I mean, Breon Ansley, not as old as those guys, but I mean, it's going to happen. And this guy's a former champion, Breon Ansley. So the microscope is extra large. The judges are looking for any little slip-ups whatsoever for a former champion, for sure. So yeah, I definitely would like to see Breon Ansley. Hey, I'd like to see him surprise Bumstead and win the entire title. Is it going to happen? I have to be realistic with you guys. I have to give you my honest opinion. And I think it's going to be the time where this dude does start to slip. But man, oh man, would I be happy if I was wrong. This is one situation where I do hope I am wrong on Breon Ansley come Olympia time. But that's just a quick look at the classic physique. Your guys' favorites, obviously, the open class come Olympia time. It is going to be a bonanza. I mean, how is anybody going to get into that top 10? That's not a big name like your William Bonacs. And trust me, guys, William Bonac knows how big this Olympia is, and he is going to bring the 2017 type Olympia version of himself. I almost guarantee he's going to be looking his best. And it is a field so thick. I mean, Justin Rodriguez, if I'm not mistaken, he announced he is competing. He did not get a pro show win, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's qualified on points. So, yeah, like I said, I don't like to make too many announcements on who's entering, who's competing, who's not competing, who drops out, things of that nature. But yeah, I heard that Justin Rodriguez, he's also in the open class. Man, oh man, what is there, 40 guys, open class competitors this year? And then you got this dude, Brett Wilkin. He's competing, at the Romania? The Romania Muscle Fest, November 11th. 12th, 13th. I think it's a three-day show, extravaganza, what have you. But yeah, this is another guy. And he's going to be looking for a top spot. The judges have to look at this guy. There is literally, you guys have to hear me out. There is literally going to be a guy that I have to place 20th on my prediction lists. That could very well get into the top 10. Do you guys realize what I'm saying? You know how hard that is to make a prediction list? A guy that I have to put 20th could get into that top 10. There's going to be like 10. I don't even think you guys know what I'm saying. But maybe is due. It is a difficult venture for me, so could you imagine being a judge? Could you imagine being a bodybuilder? Knowing that you're not at your peak, your top. Yeah. But yeah, kudos to the guys that nail it that day, that night of the Olympia. Brett Wilkin might be one of them. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. Just a update video. Keep you guys just that, updated on bodybuilding, news, things of that nature. Hit thumbs up. Subscribe. Have a great one.